jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
First in the building, big blunts and boxing on deck. You already know we back at it again, man. Salute to the GOAT in the building. What's good with you? Man, NO is on deck. I see you. What up, bro? What up with you? Salute. The XO Factory on deck. OGW says, I'm on deck, big bro, for the hot grease. Yes, indeed. The hottest chat in the game. Let's go. You already know, man, on a Sunday. It don't stop. It don't stop, man. I'm not here to ask for forgiveness because I am about to commit some sins. So I'll just wait till after this live, you know what I'm saying, and see how I'm feeling. That's all I could do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? I just have a little bit more to say. And you know, I feel good because it's on a Sunday. So I'll leave the rest to God. I got confidence that he'll work his magic and he'll give his blessings. And that's all I need to know. You feel me? That's all I need to know. Because I'm about to enlighten some people on the demise of Jamel Charlo. It is bound to happen. It's gonna happen, and it's only a matter of time. But per the title, goddammit, it has to be mentioned. The second biggest L of this epilogue, and on July 29th, fight night, was Jermell Charlo. Absolutely. Jamel Charlo. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It was Jamel Charlo. Absolutely. Jamel Charlo is chasing. He's chasing something. He's chasing respect. He's chasing greatness. He's chasing something to captivate his freaking fan base. He's chasing something. Excuse me. He's chasing something, y'all. He's chasing something. In the process of chasing, he's finding out a lot more people are wondering why Crawford is on his neck. How can this guy that is your stablemate, you know, nemesis, you know what I'm saying? Crawford has became Jamel Charlo's stablemate nemesis. He's Errol Spence's nemesis right now, the way he did that man. And then make it so bad, Crawford not only defeated Errol Spence that night, but he was busy jaw-jacking, as we call it back in the day. I'm bringing back the old school terms, jaw-jacking. Crawford was jaw-jacking with Jamel Charlo in the coolness of that savagery that we seen play out in the act of violence. It was nasty, y'all. I was up here telling them to issue the warning order. I told them to issue the warning order. It was going down. Shout out to Town Business, Sports and Entertainment. Let's get it. I just wrapped up my live. Yes, sir. Shout out to Town in the building. Carlos Rosado on deck. Gertz on deck. Peace to everyone in the chat. Samar One, I see you. Grand Rising, beloved. Salute WCS certified stamp. The like button and support the grind. Much appreciated, my brother. No doubt about it. Salute to you. One love to the hottest chat in the game on deck on a Sunday. Ain't a damn thing changed. You feel me? Ain't a damn thing changed, bro. So we finally got a chance to see the epilogue, which it was good. It's always good to see the epilogue because you get behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You get to hear what the onlookers are thinking. You know what I'm saying? You get to hear what the team members are thinking, family members are thinking. You get to see the agony of defeat, but yet you get to see the glory, you know what I'm saying, of success and victory. You get to see both sides, man. You get to see the light and the dark. You get to see all of that. And we witnessed that. We witnessed them before the fight. You know what I'm saying? How they was talking they trash, how they was building up the fights, what both sides had to talk about. We saying all that. But it's nothing like an epilogue. Man, I love it. It was good. I mean, I was able to see Michael Irvin, you know, believe in his mind that Errol Spence was going to save Texas, a place that he wasn't born and raised. But Michael Irvin, he must have missed a couple of passes prior to entering the arena because he was all hyped up as always. I think a couple of footballs bounced off his head, and he actually thought that Spence can save Dallas, and it was going to bring them to a Super Bowl berth. Now, what was Jerry Jones thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Going in there in the locker room. No, you gave him even more bad luck, Jerry. You got all the money. You the one paid for every seat when he fought Carlos Ocampo. You should have stayed out because the Dallas Cowboys can't win a goddamn coin toss, man. We got Bud Crawford up here winning coin tosses. Errol's losing coin tosses, bro. Something's going on in Texas, man. I'm just telling you. But the biggest part of what bothered me was during that moment of anarchy. You know what I'm saying? During that moment of slaying another prey, seeing the apex predator play out in front of you, y'all, out of Omaha, Nebraska. There was a situation where Crawford was jaw-jacking with Jamel Charlo, who was sitting ringside. Who told him to sit that close to the ring, knowing that Crawford was going to make sure that he paid close attention, knowing that Jamel Charlo was wearing red, knowing that when the beatdown actually commenced and Errol Spence was becoming a part of the Canvas University, Terrence Crawford was going to lean over that top rope and talk shit to Jamel Charlo the whole night while he was with his girl. In the process of that, some other fans in attendance was kind of paying attention like, man, why is he talking to you so much? Like James Harden really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he truly knew or paid close attention to boxing. I think a couple of, other players say, hey, man, we seeing this fight on TV. I want to know if you're going to pull up or not. And I think that's where they pulled up. You know what I'm saying? They got the money. They paid the ticket. They pulled up. It was a star-studded affair. But in that process of Crawford destroying Spence, right? He let Jamel Charlo know once again that he was next. That he was going to goddamn come and stump on his chest the same way that he was stepping on Spence that night. You know, because Spence thought he was going to step and Bud was going to step. Well, that kind of happened, but, Bud Crawford steps a little different. But in that process of being next to James Harden, Harden was kind of, curious as to why Bud Crawford was pretty much, conversing with Jamel Charlo. And the Charlos, they all, on the edge, a live wire. You know what I'm saying? They always sparking up something with their head cocked to the side. And I couldn't help but Notice that Jamel Charlo, who is 35-1-1 with 19 knockouts, right? I couldn't help but him being braggadocious about having Canelo Alvarez. But once again, just like Spence, he don't want to give Terence Crawford his credit. And you asking yourself, why? What does that have to do with anything? Okay, he may not be facing Terence Crawford, but Crawford beat down his stablemate. He beat him down right in front of Jermell Charlo. And Jermell Charlo couldn't do shit about it, but stand on the sideline and cap straight up false quack. He was false quacking, y'all. He was telling some bullshit ass lies over there to James Harden. Did you hear what he said? Let me let you hear what he said. Let me let you hear the audio and see the L that Jermell Charlo is going to take whenever he get around to facing either Canelo and Terence Crawford, if he even has the cojones to do it. But let me let you listen to it play out in real time. All right?
My weight class. Bro, I'm fighting Canelo next. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm undisputed at 154. I already did that. Okay, for me.
That's the biggest L next to Errol Spence on that night. That is the biggest L that you can take, being a capping ass, lying ass nigga. Real talk. That is the biggest L you can take there, Jamel Charlo. That is the biggest L you can take, bro. You, first of all, bragged on Canelo's name, and that shit's not even on BoxRec yet. You bragged on Canelo's name, and you clout chasing, nigga. You got that fight by default because your brother's in a whole nother different headspace. Jermell Charlo took the biggest L, y'all. He's sitting up there telling people, knowing he's being recorded and all this and cameras in his face. He's saying, I'm about to fight Canelo next. I already did that. I'm undisputed at 154. But nobody knows that. Nobody's looking for you, bro. You've been out the ring for a minute. Nobody's looking for you, bro. Nobody's looking for you. You always been in Errol Spence shadow. You always been in Spence shadow. Even with Spence taking that L, you still ain't stepping up and being the face. You're not. You always been in Spence shadow. So coming to reality, right? You know how they had that movie Coming Back to America? Coming back to reality for Jermell Charlo. This man has been on record capping. The hardest way to do it, shawty. This man sit up here and said, I don't know what that guy talking about. I'm undisputed 154 pounds. See, that's gonna be your downfall. I'm talking about head first crash to the motherfucking canvas, bro. That's gonna be your downfall because you got fighters like Jermell Charlo that's unwilling to accept what he knows about another fellow fighter, another compeer his in the sport. He knows who Crawford is. He say, I'm undisputed at 154. I'm fighting Canelo next. I don't know what this nigga talking about. See, the don't know shit is played out. No, you know, bro. Why is Terence Crawford going to pay you all that attention? Why would he turn and pay you all that attention doing the violence, doing the chaotic crowd, doing the madness of such an epic undisputed fight? Why is he turning and showing you attention and you're trying to explain to a basketball player, right? A b-ball player, a hoop player that, hey, I'm about to fight Canelo. Like you was next in line. You at 154. James Harden, I don't think he really knew what you was talking about because he would have said, well, Canelo is like 168 undisputed, right? You sure you want to take that challenge to go all the way up there? Have you ever fought at 160 before? No, nigga, why are you asking all them questions? Have you ever fought at 168? No, nigga, goddamn. Goddamn, shut up and dribble, nigga. You need to go to the goddamn gym and make some free throws or something. You don't know shit about boxing. But now I'm just saying, we was talking about it on the way over here. Now it all makes sense. You say you're facing Canelo, but Canelo 2 divisions higher. Oh, yeah, your brother dropped out. See, Harden couldn't hold him accountable for that shit. Because he don't know the sport like that. He couldn't have a conversation. Plus, the way Mel Charlo was looking at him, y'all. Look at how he was looking at this nigga out of the corner of his eye. Like that's the head. Look, that's the head cocking goddamn capping ass Jamel Charlo look right there when they cock their head to the left and be talking shit. This nigga just capped. This nigga just clout chased Canelo name. The shit's not even on BoxRec yet. It's not even on BoxRec yet. Then he pretends like he don't know that Crawford has already been undisputed. He said, I don't know what that nigga talking about. That is a capping ass nigga right there. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, man. That's the worst thing you could have did with the cameras rolling. You always considered to be a hothead, first of all. You just seen Crawford have a furious appointment where he dispersed your stablemate. Furious appointment where he dropped that man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about he did it in an astounding fashion right in front of your freaking face. And I know your brain was cycling emotions over and over again, man. You was trying to find out, damn, this nigga keep paying me attention. How can I get this nigga off my back? No, you ain't. Because he's calling you out now. He's calling your name. He's undisputed at 147. He's calling your name. So if you don't fight this man, and you can't talk about age now. You don't want no old dude to come up there and call you out now. He's gonna be 36 by the time that y'all even come into the equation. Because you coming off the WBO belt. So you can't tell him to fight Tim Tszyu. Because, hey, you about to go out there and fight Canelo, as you said. Nobody ain't telling you to go fight Caleb Plant. That's your homie, right? That's your buddy. Huh? Nobody ain't telling you to fight the rail, brother. Nobody ain't telling you to fight that Mexican monster. Huh? Your brother wouldn't even step into that domain. He don't even want to fight David Benavidez. This dude, Jermell Charlo, did the worst act of capping that you can do when your stablemate is getting stumped on in the motherfucking ring. He clout chased Canelo and then pretended like he had selective amnesia and said, hey, I don't know what he talking about. I'm 154. We already know you're 154, but nobody knows. Nobody knows, bro. Hold one split. I'm back. Let me get to the chat. Big shout out to everyone in the building. The hottest chat in the game is on deck. As always, if you're new to the channel, man, hit the sub, like, don't be stingy and selfish. Dan Tan on deck. What's good? Casey Brown on deck. Boxing God 7 on deck. Salute my G. Just subscribe to your channel. Enjoyed the first few days I checked out. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hang around a little bit. Listen to what's going on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No clickbaiting over here. We on clickbait. We on clickbait. Real talk. He gave Crawford his credit. Another person coming over here telling me to stop, right? And what I have to tell you, Stray, is that it's okay for you to be in the building. You telling me to stop doing something that must have affected you in some way, shape, or form. Your boy capped, point blank, period. Your boy was capping, and he did the worst of his kind. Let me show you why it's a problem. Let me tell you why it's a problem. I'm going to let you listen to it one more time.
My weight class. Bro, I'm fighting Canelo next. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm undisputed at 154. I already did that. Okay, for me.
It seems like he was whining, but I have even another one for you.
Shit, when the fuck is he fighting again? Like, who the fuck he fought last? Like, I don't even know nothing about the kid. Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we're talking about a 147 pounder that was a 140 pounder. We need to fucking copper. I get it. He won the undisputed, right? At 147, at 140.
So he does know that Crawford won, because this audio was way before the epilogue aired of July 29th. It was way before fight night. So this was before him, pretty much, I believe, going in there to fight Brian Castaño. So he understands clearly that Terrence Bud Crawford has already done that before too. He already been undisputed way before you, when there was a short list of only 3. And all those fighters was black, Jamel Charlo, and you wasn't one of them. Not only that now, you in a group of individuals that came after Terrence Crawford completed that. So for you to get over here being a black man yourself, you know what I'm saying? I got to start continuing to emphasize my people, because I can, because I was born one. No, the heat lamp didn't make me one. I was born one, right? So when you got your people, my people, being stupid, you got to hold them accountable. This dude is known to be out of pocket so many times, hot-headed, like I said before, always clashing with people. Let's continue to highlight Mr. Jermell capping, you know what I'm saying, false quacking Charlo.
Shit is different when you get down to 147. 147, 154, 160, 68. This shit is different. Crawford ain't doing shit in 154.
So let me ask you this, Judge Jamel. When it comes to who has done what in weight divisions, you know, how much respect are you going to get for, you know, when people start to debate you? Because they don't really care to debate you right now. You're not in the debates. You know, we've had Crawford Spence debates all over. You know what I'm saying? All over, goddamn it. Like it's springtime and you know, it's pollen all over the place. Yeah, that residue will stay over the YTC for quite some time, y'all. Crawford and Spence. But nobody's debating Jamel Charlo and how he became undisputed, because simply they don't care. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? And not only do they not care, but when it comes down to Jason Rosario, he did not defeat the same J-Rock who beat Jarrett Hurd, unfortunately. And then you went in there life and limb with Brian Castaño. And then you turn back around and you were able to get the job done by stopping them. You know, you got the job done. You got the job done. But when you have to remind people that you did get the job done because they don't know. Look, Jamel Charlo, they don't know why Crawford is jaw-jacking with you in the process of terminating your stablemate. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. You know, Harden is practicing on freaking free throws and half-court shots and dribble drills. And you know, he's practicing on his game, you know, staying tight on the court. You know what I'm saying? While Terrence Crawford is in that four-corner quadrant, that domain, you know what I'm saying? That domain, that battleground. You know what I'm saying? He is in there letting you know that he wants you to join him in a later date. He wants you, Jamel Charlo, and you couldn't goddamn be a man about it in the process and tell Harden, say, hey, he's a good fighter. He did what he had to do. He's 2-time undisputed. No, you busy up here playing the buster that you are, sitting up here acting like you don't know what Crawford's done already. You knew what the dude has done, man. Come on, why do you get into these exchanges, bro? And you then want to play dumb, but you want people to recognize you. How does that work? Do you think, Jamel Charlo, that you're not going to be walking in the goddamn furnace of hell? When you get to Jamel Charlo promos, do you know your own people are going to be paying attention to see if you keep that same energy, brother? Do you know how bad it's going to be coming up? First of all, use a default. Use a last-minute replacement. I'm not saying as far as time, but your brother was supposed to be the one to fight. You haven't even fought at 60 or 68. A lot of people, including myself, is going to stand on it. I don't give you 0%. 0% is me just thinking that, okay, you're going to get participation. I don't give you, I'll say 1%. I don't give Jamel Charlo 1% of going in there defeating Canelo Alvarez at all. I don't give it to you, Jamel, because your mind, you and your brother have proven that you don't want to give other fighters credit for anything. You don't respect them. And you just don't have the skill set at this point in time, in my opinion, just because you're 2-0 in rematches. You don't have that level. See, you thought you was always going to be at the 154-pound division, staying out the ring, not wanting to face Tim Tszyu because you say he don't do nothing for you. Well, do you know what type of hell you're going to be walking in several weeks? Do you know what your people are going to be telling you, bro? After seeing that shit on you hating on Crawford and acting like he ain't never did undisputed. You have no idea, man. The media is going to hold your ass accountable. They're going to hold you accountable, man. They're going to be on your neck. I mean, shoulders are heavy. You know, you remember when M saying that? He didn't say shoulders are heavy, but he said he got a song that say shoulders crumbling or whatever. You know, he used. You get the point. I mean, your shoulders are going to get heavy. You ain't going to be able to come up here and rah to the media when you stepping in the ring with Canelo. You're not going to rah with Canelo because he'll slap the taste out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just ask Caleb, your friend. Caleb ain't no punk. You know, he tried to come back, but Caleb was pieced up by Canelo. He pieced him up with a combo. Your people, me per se there, Jamel Charlo, in the ruthless hours of Sunday afternoon now, I want to know if you're going to keep the same energy because you're captain. You're up here false quacking on an epilogue, trying to pretend like you don't know Bud Crawford has completed undisputed already, and this is his second time. You took that away because you're a straight up bona fide hater, dog. So I ask you this, Jamel Charlo, who's the real threat to you? Who's the real threat? Check this out, people. Like I mentioned before, check this out now. You see how they was praising the fuck out of Kell Brook? How he dropped down and he was a mandatory. I mean, Errol Spence was a mandatory and all that. You see how they was praising Kell Brook, you know, of being healthy. Nothing was wrong with him. Nothing was wrong with him when he fought Spence. Nothing. Kell Brook was just fine. He was healed up. He was good to go. You see how shit plays itself back full circle? Kell Brook came down for getting his ass stumped out by Gennady Golovkin and face Errol Spence Jr. He had to take it. They wouldn't even get his man an extension. Let's see after Jamel Charlo get his ass beat against Canelo. Is he going to come back off a loss and face the Omaha monster, Terrence Crawford? Let's see how much cojones that Jamel Charlo has. Let's see it, Jamel. Let's see if you that tenacious lines only that you want to be. Forget everything else, bro. It's people like myself that's just sick and tired of hearing you rattling on about shit. You act like you passionate about the wrong shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let me explain to you what I mean there, Jamel. It's almost act like you always want to check your own people. Jamel Charlo, they from Lafayette, right? They about to lose their Texas card too, just like Spence. Point blank, period. They about to lose their Texas card like Spence, bro. This man is passionate about holding his people accountable to bullshit. Always want to disrespect us. Always got something smart to say. Always telling us we broke. Nigga, don't you know you about to face a storm unlike anything you ever felt in your boxing career facing Canelo? Do you understand that? You think this is your high point. You think your people are going to support you heading in there. No, you a hater. You a hater just like Spencer's a hater. Spence had to be beaten into humbleness, and he still ain't humble enough. Both of y'all have been around the same freaking aura, the same air. That type of circulation and the shit you've been breathing has fucked you up. And I'm just letting you know ahead of time, big dog. You hating in the epilogue is going to do absolutely nothing when you come up here several weeks and you and Canelo start meeting face to face. Keep that energy, big dog. Keep that energy. We want you to get close. We want to see if Canelo can really feel your energy, bro. Seriously, we don't want anything less than that. We want that set it off energy. We want that energy when Crawford said, Team Crawford, get active. We want to hear you with that. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that type of energy. We want to see the rage there, Jamel Charlo. We want to see the hot-headed Charlo. Because you in hell, boy, you in a pit of hell, goddammit, walking in there with Canelo. I'm telling you, it's not going to be your moment to shine, bro. It's not going to be your moment. You are the lamb of all lambs. You just have to be a different shade. The shit is already on fire. All they waiting for you to come in there and start burning. And we're going to be there watching just like we was for freaking Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. It's your turn next. This is what you've been waiting for. All the disrespect, all the goddamn bullshit you've been talking, all the treating people like they inferior and subordinate. You know what I'm saying? It's coming full circle now, Jamel Charlo. It's your turn. It don't matter if you ain't with Derrick James no more. He's not going to train you. If you go back to him even a week or two, Derrick James is going to poison any goddamn good that's going to come out of there, Jamel Charlo. He ain't going to do anything that you're going to look at and say, oh, man, I feel good about that. I feel like a soldier. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go to the battlefield. Let's go. Yeah, and you turn around and ain't nobody there but you there. No, because ain't nobody trying to get burned up like you about to. You hating on Crawford. You can't even give that man any type of genuine respect and give him his credit, big dog. You don't have no principles when it comes to boxing. But man, I'm gonna be standing in that position of attention, saluting you as you got down, do your ring walk and get into the ring. Because look, what's better than one good fight where you was absolutely right there, Jamel Charlo? What's better than one? God damn it, two. And you're gonna be the second. You're going to be the second dead man walking come September. You are not going in there even having even remote chance against Canelo. You talking about he ain't did shit at your weight class? Yeah, we're going to hold you to that, nigga. I've been waiting on this. I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting in the shadows there, Charlo. I've been waiting to try to find a way to support y'all niggas, and I can't do it. Because every time I turn around, y'all getting mad at your own people. But yet when you're around other people, you're talking all nice and sweet and cordial and polite, like you're goddamn trying to close on a home or something. And you're trying to get the owners to say, hey, the closing cost, can you fix this a little bit, so we can do this and can fix that over there. You want people to accommodate you before you accommodate them. You be talking all sweet to the white people and anybody else, but to your own kind, you always talk shit down on us, bro. Always. And now it's your turn. You're not fighting a Jason Rosario. You're not fighting a freaking Brian Castano. No. It's over. You're fighting the man that you, your brother, and Spence has been chasing. Two Charlos and a motherfucking Spence has been chasing Saul Canelo Alvarez for the longest of time. Now, out of nowhere, you find out that your brother can't step up. You wasn't even planning for it. You wasn't even planning for it. Now you get thrown in the motherfucking furnace. Burn, nigga, burn. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Your people are going to be revolting. I'm telling you, Jamel Charlo. That hating ass shit you've been doing on your people for the longest of time, niggas are not coming to your aid just because you going in there with a fighter that people like, man, I fucks with Canelo. I fucks with Canelo. I don't fuck with that Charlo, though. You too? Yeah, I don't fuck with that nigga. Always talking shit about his people. You know what I'm saying? Always saying sideways, always dismissive. You know what I'm saying? Always act like he got shit on his mind, man. And then he blame his own people for the shit he got on his mind. We don't have to take that shit, y'all. Y'all don't have to continue to support fighters that damn don't fuck with you. I understand everybody's gonna feel their type of way. But let's grade the percentage on the barometer of belligerence. His barometer of belligerence is at the all-time high, bro. I can't make this shit up. Every time you have witnessed, Jamel Charlo, as he was talking shit about somebody, some media person or whatever he didn't like, they always said this shit. And it's one thing it doesn't stick with me. I really can't digest it. You know what I'm saying? When nobody can say they heard me say this, right? But when you have niggas talk about how broke another man is, how they are trying to lay claim to a different status quo just based off finances and what you believe somebody and how they living. So look, you can have a broke nigga that's absolutely a good person. This broke nigga can goddamn be working 2 and 3 jobs, and they know that they're trying to get by. It's just they haven't had the opportunity to make that money, and they haven't had a opportunity to get ahead economically with the inflation on. I'm just saying they might have had some L's in life, right? But they might be a goddamn good person. But you hear people like the Charlos always talk about niggas being broke. They flash their material items all the time and all that, and that don't matter to me. It's okay. I'm just talking shit on it because they always try to throw it in our face as if we'll never be able to experience it. And a lot of people don't like all that material shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to maintain a certain residual income to keep up the maintenance and residual payments and revenue on that shit, right? The buffoonery that has been going on with, him and his brother and his girls, the embarrassment of their girls fighting and seeing your girl on her back or your girl doing the fighting and punching your brother's girl in the face in public in front of everybody on fight week. Your brother getting slapped in the face by supposedly, whatever. I don't care. But the Charlos have always been center square on some bullshit. And when people try to give them credit, them niggas don't care. Leading up to the fight, knowing that Crawford has completed the reality on what we all knew, that he was going to go in there and stomp on Spence and make it look easy. Now I'm looking back at the Tony Harrison freaking build up with Mel Charlo. It was lovely. I love the energy that Tony Harrison gave this chump. I love it. I love the energy that Tony Harrison gave. He called him a cornball. He said he know a lot of rich niggas that are cornballs, and you one of them. You're a cornball. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. Well, guess what? I don't think Jamel Charlo understand who's the real threat. The real threat is really Terrence Crawford right now. Real talk. The real threat is Terrence Crawford. And I'm gonna tell you why. He just came off one of the biggest wins this year. And supposedly we're going to be one of the hardest fights of his career. but he made it look so easy, just like the last 6 of his defense of his WBO title. Now people have seen him jaw-jacking with you, and guess what their feeling is? They want to see Terrence Crawford and freaking Jermell Charlo fight now. Now Terrence is about to bless you with a nice paycheck, bro. I know you feeling some type of way. You saying, okay, I'm stepping up there to Canelo, man. Canelo. This nigga is clout chasing the Canelo tag, nigga. The worst thing you can do. Clout chasing ass nigga. He the same one that's been talking about his people always clout chasing him. They always trying to get on board. They always trying to, no, don't come with no easy shit, bro. We don't want to hear no humble. We don't want to hear none of that when it come to you, bro. You got this Omaha threat on your ass. And the crazy part about it, you probably not even thinking about how long PBC tried to blackball and keep him out the loop and hoping somebody else is going to take his fight, take his title. And you're not even considering that he's not even thinking about 147. His targeted weight now is 154, bro. It's going to make it even easier for him to hang around for your chump ass. It's going to make it even easier for Crawford to hang around and wait on you. And 2024 is right around the corner. You only got one fight lined up. Boy, you better hope to God that he ain't, look, him and Spence made that last fight. I don't foresee him calling you up anytime soon. So that's my only dilemma. I don't see Crawford calling you up and saying, hey, Jamel, you got a minute? I'm not going to keep you long. You saw what I did to your boy, right? I just want to know if you want to fight in 2024. You think we can make something happen? No, fuck, nigga. I just took an L to Canelo, nigga. You coming up here? Listen. You have to understand one thing. Weren't you a stablemate when he was going in there to fight Kell Brook? Wasn't you, praising that he got to fight with Kell Brook and he was coming off a loss? So you trying to tell me Kell Brook got bigger balls than you? You trying to tell me Kell Brook gets more respect in the game than you? Because when he came down 2 weight classes from Gennady, a person that your brother Maul would never fight, what you think about that? Was that fair? So all I'm doing is asking you, are you willing to step in there? Because I'm a light. You say I'm a light boy. I'm no longer 147. I'm at 154 right now. And people talking about their walk around weight. So therefore, you up here putting on all this muscle. You about to step up. You took the L. I commend you for the challenge, but I'm talking about me and you right now. I don't even think the conversation will be able to go that route with him calling up Jamel Charlo to make a fight. I think he's definitely going to have to go through his people because Mel is going to be a prima donna like he's always been. He know what threat. Crawford shuts down two of Derrick James' fighters in his stable that was unified champions. Look, you talking about legendary already? You talking about legendary, bro. It's over for Texas boxing. It's over. I'm not saying too much across the board. If Jamel Charlo comes off this L with Canelo and he ducks Crawford, it's over for him, bro. It's done. He vacate them titles and move to 60. It's done, man. He's a chump. He's just going to ride off saying I was the first one to become undisputed at 154 pounds, and that's where I'm at with it. Notice Mel said them niggas can't fuck with me. He must have been talking about Spence too. Hey, talk your shit, Blunts. Blunt's trying to be an instigator in this motherfucking dog. Blunt say, I too ask forgiveness for my sins on a Sunday, but I'm going to talk my shit for real. He said he must have been talking about Spence too. Man, we all know that shit ain't tight as it's supposed to be. Look, I put the same shit out there, man. 2 black men couldn't get it done. I said, damn, Errol Spence should have moved. They should have made that fight in-house with him and Mel Charlo and had 2 fights if they couldn't get the dang Crawford fight. I put it out there. I said they could have made money, but it ended up happening with this. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting 2 fights, but he with that Omaha monster. It didn't fare well for him, brother. He seen how Bud wiped the floor with Arrow, got him shook. He know he capping. Man, that dude is beyond capping. You know what I'm saying? Just to lie like that and not recognize that Bud has already became undisputed at 140. But yet, in a whole nother audio clip, you have already acknowledged that you know that he was undisputed at 140. You knew that already. But yet, on July 29th, you want to say, I'm about to face Canelo. Do you even think James Harden know who Canelo is? He may not know who Canelo is, man. I'm just saying, he may not know who Canelo is, man. He may not have known you was facing Canelo, first of all. And then if he did, look, have any inclination that you did, he probably thinking to himself, why? What Charlo are you again? Are you Mel Amal? I'm Mel, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But your brother is at 60 right now, right? Why he ain't facing? Yeah, he was in, you know, that nigga ain't ready. They picked me. Yeah, Charlo, sliding on Charlo. So you was the second. You the secondary. You was the option. So you was the option, right? Nigga, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That's why you ain't won no championship, dude. Man, goddamn, I won championships. Then I'm successful. Man, he got there be going off on Harden. Harden just sitting there like, damn, nigga, why you mad? Why you mad, bro? Duran Too Real for TV on deck. Salute the WCS, all real boxing fans. Salute to you. Carlos Rosado, all the aerosexual reacted like Stephen from the Django when Leonard got killed after Arrow got smacked. Why? WJ Luckett on deck. Salute WCS. Salute to you, bro. Harden probably laughing under his breath. How shook Charlo acting. He was shook, bro. How you gonna have an individual that been calling you out? He's been calling you out on all platforms. He's been calling you out on all platforms, bro. And people don't think he's capping. Crawford's been calling you out on all platforms, and no one thinks he's capping, especially after July 29th. No one will even think like, oh man, Bud Crawford just out here, you know, just talking that shit. He don't know. Everybody believes that he wants some more Texas smoke, and there's one more name he wants before he get up out this camp, and he wants Jamel Charlo. And Jamel Charlo knows that Terrence is the biggest threat to anything he got going. Why? Because his safe haven to his championship deposit box is at 154. He's going up here just for a freebie to get that check, goddammit. Ain't nobody, including me, thinks he's going to go in there and beat Canelo. No way in hell. But he's going to burn like he is, especially when he have to come back down and people start popping those questions. Well, Jim Gray. Well, Jamel, you came up here and you gave it your best, but it just wasn't enough. Tell us, what did you experience by facing Canelo? You know, I felt there was levels. You know, it's levels to this, and he's experienced. It was an honor, you know, to face him and everything. He's a better man tonight, and you know, I just always dreamed about facing Saul Canelo. I always dreamed about that. Well, you gave it your best. Now I have to ask you this question. Do you think now, just like I asked Spence back in the day, just like I asked Crawford, do you think a fight between you and Terrence Crawford is on the horizon? Man, I haven't even left this yet. Jim, hold up. I'm a Hall of Famer, nigga. I mean, Charlo. Don't let me get. I'm Jim motherfucking Gray, nigga. At the end of the day, don't disrespect me. I'm a Hall of Famer, nigga. Let me ask you the question again. Do you think that we'll be able to see you and Terrence Crawford? And the reason why I asked you that is because when I was looking at July 29th, the fight between him and Errol Spence over again, and then I seen the epilogue, I seen him basically giving you a verbal thrashing on the sidelines. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? You do? Yeah, I heard that. I said that nigga can't fuck with me. But there's a lot of people that think he can fuck with you, especially after seeing what he did to your stablemate Spence. What do you have to say to that? I get around, have to talk to Al. I have to talk to Al. Al ain't told me nothing about that. I ain't heard nothing. Oh, so he's, when Crawford said him and Spence made the fight happen, now you're gonna say you have to talk to Al. But yet Spence say, he made the fight happen. Why can't you go back and talk to Spence and get with him to try to make you and Crawford happen if you really want to fight? If that's not the case there, Jamel Charlo, people are going to say that you are absolutely ducking. And that's all I got to say. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Jamel, and much success moving forward. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Real talk. It's over for him. It's really over. He gonna have to face that threat, man. He ain't gonna be able to run. He gonna have to face the little man, as he said. He's gonna have to face him. Because goddamn it, I want to see Jermell Charlo pull the dog. I want him. I want it to be an all-out fight. I want this to be one of those fights, man, with the temperament of Mel Charlo going in there and face Terrence Crawford. This has all the making for a very solid scrap, man. Very solid scrap. But the mentality of the Charlos have shown us that they are very selective on who they want to fight. They're extremely selective, man. And we all know when it comes to the Mel Charlo, Terrence Crawford is going to remind him of Tony Harrison with more power. You know what I'm saying? High ring IQ. It's going to be a problem. And you're going to need somebody over there in Texas to be able to match that Bomac and his team. Red, Esau. You're going to have to match, man, Steven Nelson. You're going to have to match that team over in Omaha. You're going to have to match because the one thing we know is film out there on Charlo. So they're going to have enough film. But the crazy part about it, Mel Charlo is only going to have the film of him, facing Spence and Avanesian, Kell Brook, Sean Porter. It's all about if they respect Crawford enough to look at the film. Now, like I told you before, Mel Charlo is not training with Derrick James on the 24/7. He's not. So I don't know what Mel Charlo's mentality is when it comes to watching film. I think he watches film out of that respect. But he doesn't have respect for Crawford. I think Crawford has respect for Jermell Charlo as a fighter, but it's something that's in the tea over there with them niggas be straight up hating. I'm talking about them boxers like, dude, you got to have respect for your adversary, bro. I don't think he does, y'all. I don't think he ever will. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, when it comes down to his final stance to go in his boxing mantle, I think he's going to have to goddamn go in there and beat the freaking humbleness out of Jermell Charlo too. Real talk. I think he's going to have to go in there and beat that man up and either get a TKO stoppage or take it to a decision, whatever the case. I think, truth be told, I think Crawford can go in there and stop Jermell too. And that's the crazy part about it because people are going to say I'm tripping, right? But I'm going to say close the locker. I say the first time you said that, yeah, I was tripping. But now I'm standing firm on this shit, right? That he stopped Sean Porter, nobody else stopped. He stopped Errol Spence, and nobody thought could be stopped because Crawford's chinny chin chin. He's supposed to be the chinny chin chin fighter. So if he stopped two of those fighters along with all the other casualties that he has amassed in the 147-pound division, why wouldn't I think he can go in there and find a plan to stop Jermell Charlo? Remember, it doesn't necessarily have to mean a flatline knockout. It could mean a TKO stoppage. Because we all know when it comes to Crawford, another love TKO. Another love TKO. Man, you don't even want to hear that tune. Crawford loved them TKOs. God damn it. They should give that man a goddamn Grammy, Emmy, Oscar. And Mr. TKO of the century, Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm not playing with this, man. They should. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, Mr. Sucker Free on deck. We don't want these clowns back in Lafayette. Stay your ass in Houston, because I would check you myself if you come back to Lafayette. Damn. So you trying to tell me, Gumbo, he gonna have to do the OG check-in, man? You know them Charlos, man, they don't like checking in with nobody. You know what I'm saying? They don't even like checking in with themselves and holding themselves accountable, bro. That's the thrill of it for them. I want to see him, Gumbo, step up and use the same energy, Gumbo, with Canelo. I'm requesting my people. My people have to hold this dude accountable, to keep the same energy with Canelo. The same disrespect he was giving Tim Tszyu that did absolutely nothing to him, y'all. Tim Tszyu did nothing to this dude. Nothing to him. He was being respectful, all that shit. Tim Tszyu was trying to have a decent dialogue with this dude. And all he wanted to do was be disrespectful. Keep the same energy, bro. If you consider yourself to be war ready, don't become disjointed when it comes face to face with goddamn Canelo. It's time to stand strong, goddamn it. Come on now. Don't falter. Don't falter. Keep the same energy, that Jamel Charlo. Real talk. Keep the same freaking energy. Don't act like all of a sudden you've been plagued with that niceness bug. Oh, I'm very nice. Hello, Canelo. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be gracing the square with you, my mighty king, my lord. My mighty king, my lord. It is an absolute pleasure and an honor. Excuse me as I genuflect, I kowtow to the ground and praise your holy name, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Thank you very much for choosing me. You know how many nights that I wanted to be here in this position at Canelo? I adore you. I adore you. You are the king. Man, get out of here. We're exhausted. You know what I'm saying, people? We exhausted with this dude. We exhausted, man. It's all about standing up now. That whole little that whole little entry control point over there at the world-class furniture store, it's been exposed, man, for quite some time now. You know what I'm saying? See, the end game of this whole entire Undisputed was blinded. You know what I'm saying? Why people was impaired in seeing how important it was and how much of a competition it wasn't going to be, because they was looking at what they wanted to exaggerate. They was looking at something that they wanted to be more than what it was. You know what I'm saying? They chose the fighter that they like, and they chose the fighter that they hate. So in the process of liking this fighter, you seen that he had flaws, but you didn't want to identify those flaws. So Bud Crawford took it upon himself on July 29th to help you understand that on one of the biggest stage globally. Did you not see the stage, y'all? Did you not see who was there to witness that? Just take a look. Gumbo, is this what you see? Can you attest to this, Gumbo? Is that around what we witnessed that night? Huh? Is that enough people that was there? Because when they said, okay, I like Spence, but I hate Crawford, right? Everything Spence was doing, they just overlook that it's still situations in his future fight with Crawford that would be into question. That would be, we'll be like, I don't know if he been. No, they was just blowing this man up like he was the king of all kings. But do you think that's enough people that was there witnessing the T-Mobile massacre. And if those people, including some of these aerosexuals, because I can see them little beady-eyed aerosexuals in this picture. I can see it. God damn it, I can see they little beady eyes up there near the AC unit. I can see them crouched over there, high, shaking. You know what I'm saying? On their phones, not paying attention. I ain't worried about shit. I come here to see my king and my Lord and Savior. I ain't worried about none of these undercard fights. Shit. Now the goddamn fight is taking place. Them motherfuckers goddamn crouched all up on the goddamn rafters, hiding out. You know how they was wearing them full-blown masks during COVID? That you can only see your eyes. Them motherfuckers getting masked up and shit. My throat is different. I'm coming down. This AC unit is just too much. They start putting on their full mask. Oh, now I can breathe. Putting on hoodies and shit they brought. I don't want to be seen in this motherfucker. God damn. If I would have known, you know what I'm saying? They would have came. If I would have known, I never would have showed up. If I would have known, no, nigga, you didn't want to know. Now y'all didn't want to know. But goddamn it, we here to let y'all and remind y'all what it was, period. Real talk. We want to remind y'all that those people right there, they witnessed what a lot of you niggas on the YTC refuse to acknowledge. And that's okay, because you had people out here that was acknowledging it. And now those same individuals need to stand up and pick a side with Jamel Charlo and freaking Terrence Bud Crawford. That's all. Because we already know what side they on for Canelo. But y'all need to start building up this Mel Charlo and Terrence Crawford fight so he can get his retirement out the door. That's what we need to do. Okay, shawty? That's what we need to do. Back to the comments. I see you, Gumbo. No doubt. 2 Charlos and Big Fish that the Bud Buddies wish list. No doubt about it. Shout out to Cam Edwards on deck, man. Them apostles in the building. Shout out to Gooch, ITC Boxing to you. One love to you, WCS in the chat. For I'm here to hear the good news of boxing and to spread the news of that Bud is the greatest of this era. Can we get an amen? Damn. You just struck a nerve with so many people that was tuned in. And I know it's some people over here from Texas. I know it's some people over here in Texas. I know they tuned in. Real talk. Where has Feliciano been? I could care less, but we all knew he was a stray. You know what I'm saying? And right now, he probably can't come over here because he's being punished every day for being an aerosexual. Nobody told him to bite and gnaw that leash off and straggle his way over here into the chat. Nobody told him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told him to do that. And he was talking bullshit the whole time anyway. Real talk. He was talking some bullshit anyway. When ninjas talk that slick money-ish, I say, okay, let's go to W2 to W2 for the last 10 years. Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, Conquest, that's how them Charlos are. I don't like it, man. I don't like their mentality more. I don't like them because in order for me to like them, I have to know a little bit more about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to know them personally. I just know they're very messy individuals. And when it comes to their own people, it's always about who's broke and who's not, who makes more money and who don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what money you make? All this other bullshit. So keep the same energy with a guy who runs circles around you when it comes to money. Run circles around you. Canelo horses, his stallions probably cost more than the biggest paycheck you ever got. Period. And he went for Crawford when he stepped in there with Spence. He said Crawford would get the victory. So, nigga, keep that same energy. You know how I'm coming, Mel Charlo. Keep that same energy and hold him accountable. He went against your boy. So, therefore, everybody else that goes against Errol Spence, I want you to keep the same energy. Canelo Alvarez picked Crawford to beat your boy. So, when you step your ass in there, keep the same energy with Canelo. He went against freaking Errol Spence. He picked Crawford. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, bro? That's why the people don't like Charlos. They don't know how to speak to people without anger. I agree with that. Shout out to Don Vaughn on deck. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz in the building. OG, how you feeling? Rashid in the building. I see you. Charlo gonna get smacked by Crawford like his brother got smacked. Hey, the one thing we know about Charlos, when it come down to getting smacked, they do not react. Bars. For real talk. When they get smacked, they don't know how to react, especially when it's another boxer. Jerry Hurd walked around, Big Charlo, smack, nothing. Mar Charlo, it's your turn. It's your turn. Caleb Plant, he's sitting at that 168. He letting you know we different. Hey, just like Mel Charlo said in the audio, it's different down here. It's different down here, 154, 160, 168. It's different. Well, ask your brother if it's different. Because he had a damn near light heavyweight slap him in the face, and that nigga almost buckled. He almost buckled, dog. He still showed up to the fight, though. He wasn't passing that up. Charlo gonna get smacked by Crawford. He's been warned that he'll lose a belt. He'll probably lose the fight, and his body gonna be all out of whack, like Brook going up to fight Triple G. Well, Canelo and Triple G. And this is another crazy parallel, right? Is that Triple G did that to Kell Brook, who was dropping back down 2 weight classes. Now Canelo, a man who beat Triple G, is about to do that to Jamel Charlo. He's about to beat him up. So once he finished beating up Jamel, we're going to see who had the bigger cojones, because we knew Kell Brook had to fight Errol Spence. But when it comes down to what's here in line and weight, will he even move back down to 154? Because look, you got to pay attention to the bitch assness when this nigga talk. When Brian Custer asked him would he face Errol Spence, he said he can vacate the titles and Errol Spence want him bad enough, he can go get him. He didn't say some shit like Mike Tyson was explaining to them. If that's your brother, you eat with your brother. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's different, he's pretty much explaining like eat with your brother. That's all you got to do. But them Charlo's selfish, man. It's a lot of selfishness. And you can't say it's Texas in general. Like Gumbo said, them Charlo's from Lafayette. Spence is from freaking New York. So they're not, they wasn't born and raised in Texas. I don't care what Spence say, Texas raised him. No, nigga, you weren't born in Texas. I was born in the A. I seen everything down here there is to see, the changes and all that shit. So you really can't lay claim like a lot of other fighters are being born in Texas. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to Justin Booker on deck. Sir Senior on deck. I see you. I want to see the fight because them Charlo's boys talk too much. Hey, man, talk to him, Pistol, for real. You know what I'm saying? Snub nose, man. For real. We want to see this fight, bro. We definitely want to see it. Low on deck. If you look from round 1, Mel Charlo was mad. He was tight. Why are you so mad, Mel? I want to ask that question, bro. Why are you so freaking mad at everybody? Crawford stood on them ropes and said, "Come here, Charlo." Oh, it was all bad, dog. I loved it though. Oh man, he was on his gorilla time. Hey, Terrence was on his gorilla time, bro. He was like, "I'm the king of this motherfucker." Goddamn, I just pummeled your stablemate. I'm on that time right now. You next. You next. He up there talking about I can't fuck. You can't fuck with me, but yet capping the James Harden. Talking about what he did, I already did. You're a capping ass nigga, dog. You didn't say James. Listen, he look, James, it just goes to show you he didn't know boxing. Because he said, but Mel Charlo, let's be honest, man. That's his second time doing it, bro. You up here acting like you did it already, but that's that man's second time being undisputed. So why you ain't getting that man his props, dog? You saying it's your second time? I mean, you already did it, but it's his second time. He's been here before. A short list of 4-belt era undisputed fighters. He was here already, but this man didn't want to give him his credit. What a bum. Shout out to Toby Bartlett, man. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Still fish frying. We got to cook them up and serve them. Toby. That's what we do. It's only the first week. This is a full week post-fight. And all I'm hearing from the L sections is, oh, the victim. Oh, my God. What do we have here? Errol Spence and this is being ridiculed and berated by the fans. You know what I'm saying? What about the smear campaign that the same people are talking about? You need to take your medication. Take your medication, bro. All you niggas is up here crying and talking about somebody's trying to come at you and trying to target Errol Spence fans on his loss. No, take a look at the catalog, your catalog, and take a look at the videos you deleted. Take a look at the videos you deleted. Then you will come to some sense of understanding that you need to go back to the doctor because that medication you on ain't working. I talk about schizophrenia and mental health. A lot of them dudes are schizos on here for real. Mayweather's face was long than an MF and Crawford was whooping him. No, I don't think so, because Mayweather's going for Crawford. You can't run that past me, bro. Mayweather said Crawford was going to be the one to win. So I don't think his face was long or anything, because Mayweather never became undisputed, but he made the most money out of the niggas, period. So at the end of the day, I don't think he feeling no type of way about them cats doing something he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? He would be that way with Canelo then. He beat Canelo. He don't care if Canelo became undisputed. Who beat Canelo first? Floyd Money Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather beat him. That's who beat him first. So he ain't tripping. The Outlaw Pews, what's good with it, bro? So the way I look at this fight playing out, truth be told, is that we have to see what the window is like, y'all. Only thing I'm asking for you all is to adjust your windage. We already done cleaned up this target. We have another target in sight. You have to just adjust your windage, man. Still same footprint, Texas. You just have to adjust your windage because he's moving all around the place. You won't find him too much in the freaking the world-class furniture store, because he's training with another trainer until his other trainer get back from chilling in the UK. And I almost guarantee you that he's not looking at film. He's not looking at film because his fighter, Jermell Charlo, has a fight next month. So look, it's already in the first week of August. Jermell Charlo has a fight next month with Canelo Alvarez. It's still not on BoxRec yet. So y'all got to think about that. When is he going to get back? Does he have a sense of urgency to get back? When is this going to take place? Does he have a sense of urgency to return and make sure he get Mel Charlo tuned up? Because his face is the one that's going to be up there on the ring when it's showing. But I'm curious to see who's going to be giving instructions. I doubt it's going to be Juan Guzman. I doubt it. I doubt it's going to be Guzman. I like Guzman's freaking training method too. I think for a fact that they're going to move around a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And the punch placement with Charlo, a concern of mine is that they love getting wrapped up in the power. You can't go in there and headhunt Canelo. They have to look at Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? How Canelo rolls with shots. The Charlos especially Jamel, they love going head hunting. If you do that with Canelo, you will not make it to 12 rounds, bro. This dude loved rolling with punches. He loved being, using his elusiveness and defense and slipping punches. Let's see how Mel Charlo is able to handle those body shots from Canelo. Let's see if he's able to handle all the little subtle tricks that didn't work with Dimitri Bivol. That's what we need to see. We need to see that. But don't think for 1 minute this is some brand new crusade by Mel Charlo and he trying to rally his people, his black people, to come and talk to him. Don't fall for that shit, y'all. Nah, man, don't show that man no love, just like he don't show us no love, man. Whenever you hear a nigga always talking about broke this, broke that, don't show him no love, man. Treat them like they supposed to be treated, for real. Don't show that man no love, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and expect your consumers. You know what I'm saying? Because we know all the consumers are coming out to see Canelo Alvarez. We know that. They're coming out to see Canelo Alvarez. But at the end of the day, the dance partner just happened to be an undisputed champion at 154 pounds. And people's vested interest is, okay, let me pay for this fight because I want to see if Jermell Charlo has a chance. And if he does have a chance, let's see how he looks enough to drop back down to 154 and face Terrence Crawford. And look, not only that, people, hear me out. You know, I'm saying this is my morning sermon now. Hear me out on this shit, right? Like I said before, if Mel Charlo is able to go up to 168, then he should be more than willing, because he didn't have no sense of urgency to move up to 160. None. He had no sense of urgency. His brother is still there, y'all. So listen to what I'm telling you all. He didn't have no sense of urgency to move up to 160. So when this fight with Canelo is over with, and that nigga start talking about 160, you know what I'm saying? He is a motherfucking duck, quack, quack. He is absolutely coming up with some bullshit. If this nigga said, oh, I'm having an issue making 154, when was that? You got to come back down to 154. You can get down to 154. You know what I'm saying? You can get to 154, bro. Because before this fight was made, your brother was there and you was planning on, you was out there chilling with your feet kicked up doing the PBC vacation. You know how the PBC fighters go on that PBC vacation, how they feet kicked up on the island, the oasis. You know what I'm saying? Of inactivity. You know where that oasis is at, right? Where they just chilling on the island of inactivity, not being stripped, none of that. Thank God, Tim Tszyu was able to push the envelope, and they're gonna allow that man to be elevated to you got mail. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the WBO, but he has 3 other titles, which is perfect for Terrence, because he just pretty much completed the undisputed by doing the same thing. Defeating Spencer had 3 titles. So let's see if Mel Charlo is going to drop down 2 weight classes, or else he's going to start talking about, oh man, it's tough for me to make 154. And let's not forget them, people. Imagine this. I wonder what the conversation is going to be like with Mel Charlo when it comes to the A side, B side. Hey, did we just learn that? Hey, did we just learn that? We see how that played out with Crawford, right? Well, I had to give him all the concessions that he requested. Yes, he's still the B side, but it feels like to me, he's the A plus side. I'm the A minus and he's the A plus. I think we went into this fight both the A side, even though people saying he's the B side. No, he's getting paid like he's the A plus side. And also that motherfucking coin flip. Oh my God, it broke I just couldn't get my mojo back. When Mike Tyson, oh my God, he flipped that shit. I wanted to say to myself, I think Mike loaded the coin because he wasn't going for me in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he probably felt some type of way. I attempted to G-check him on this podcast. So I think he loaded that coin. And I wish I would have checked it first. But when I lost that shit, I just lost my mojo. Everything worked out bad for Spence, dog. Oh my God. Besides that paycheck, all that talk, man. I looking at that fight again. Spence wasn't nothing wrong with him. He fought, man. Spence fought. He fought the way Spence is used to fighting. I have to give him credit for that. Spence is nobody's chump. He ain't a bum. None of that shit. Dude can fight, man. It's just, look, I'm about to create a word. It's just Terrence Crawford can fight Terrence, hey, Errol Spence can fight, but Bud Crawford can fight He can fight God damn it. For real, he can fight That's with no E. He can fight Real talk. Dude, when it's time to throw hands and he want to jump out of line, when Crawford want to jump out of line and start just getting belligerent with the hands, he does it. And the consequences is imminent. It's evident, rather. You know what I'm saying? Immediate. And that's the good thing about it. Hey, man, I looked at the fight several times, but, patiently this time. And in all fairness, Spence went in there and he fought. Nobody can say he was drowsy, lethargic. No, he just got his ass beat by a much more educated, fundamentally sound, future Hall of Famer fighter. He is Errol Spence's alpha, and you can't change the shit. You can't change it. It's not going to be changed. But y'all hold that shit down, man. I'm not going to stay on here too long. I'll be back on a little bit later. But yeah, hold Jamel Charlo accountable for all the bullshit he's talking, because I'm definitely not looking forward to him stepping in there fighting Canelo. I don't see him beating Canelo. That dude is disrespectful, man. I mean, it's a difference between trash talking and just sitting up here trashing your people. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. That's the the purgatory I'm talking about. So y'all hold this shit down. Continue to support, sub. I'm out. Salute. And thanks for y'all who dropped in, the hottest chat in the game. Always. One love, man.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come.